I will call the December 9th, 2025 council meeting to order and ask the clerk to please call the roll for me.
Mr. Chambers,
Here.
Dr. Lee,
Here.
Ms. Mapp, here. Mrs. Walden, here. Mr. Reynolds,
Here.
Ms. Shanholt.
Here. Okay. We have a quorum present and can continue with the meeting. Please stand and join me in the prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance. Let us bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we humble ourselves at this time just to take a moment to thank you. Thank you for the many blessings that you have bestowed upon us and for those yet to come. As we prepare for this meeting, we ask for your presence in the room. We want to make decisions that are representative of you in all that we do. We ask that you bless and strengthen the mayor, as well as Mr. Walden, who has joined us tonight in a special way that only you can. We ask for your guidance as we lead the city into the upcoming year. These things and more blessings we pray in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We will now move on to public comments, and I see that we do have some people signed up. So the first person that has signed up for public comments is Scott Little. Scott, if you will come and state your name and address for the record.
Good evening, Scott Little, 3628 Sussex Drive. I just want to take a moment and, number one, first off, wish the council happy holidays as we get into the holiday season. And I think it's probably your last meeting for the year. But I did want to take the opportunity and say thank you for your service to Ms. Walden, Mr. Reynolds, Mr. Chambers. These guys have served this city for a long time. And while I can't speak for the county commission, speak for myself, I'm grateful for your service and certainly wish y'all very well and the next stop. So thank y'all again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Little, for those comments. The next person is former council member, former state representative Ken Vance.
Ms. Shanholt Drive, Ken Vance, 340 Glen Haven Drive, Milledgeville, Georgia, 31061 404 558 5380.
Social Security.
Last four numbers 1894. 2654 maiden name. That's good. I was going to make a joke, but that burn y'all took it all away. I'm going to take a little longer than Scott, and I'm already down to 2.5 minutes, so I better hurry up. I won't. Until January the 1st of this year, I will be the longest serving council member in the history of this city. And because of who she is, Jeanette Walden is going to catch me on January 1st. So I get to share that. I know she did it on purpose. Because I know Jeanette Walden. She did it on purpose. But I do want to say a few things. And Walter, with all due respect, I'm going to, and I appreciate my neighbor's service, you know. But these two people and I go back a long ways. Steve, and I served with Dr. Lee's daddy. I was the last person elected up here that ran citywide. None of y'all had to do that, but we did back then. And I'm going to talk about Steve first. Steve brought a small business mentality to this council, which we sorely needed, because most of us at that time were either retired or worked for the state. And we needed that small business mentality that Steve brought, because he'd say, look in, y'all must not be thinking about the little man, the little businessman out here. And we needed that. He also, back when in his first term, we decided we were going to talk about getting a city manager. We weren't successful the first time. We did it the first, and you're still in your first term. But we were successful after that. And this council voted unanimously to change our form of government from a strong mayor system to a city manager form of government, which I think is absolutely then, and I think it now, the absolute right thing to do. And I think the city has prospered because of it. There were some foundational changes to city government that Steve, Ms. Walden, Ms. Shinholster, we made back then. Some fundamental changes to city government, which we are enjoying today. And that's great. Ms. Walden. Ms. Walden. Ms. Walden brought and brings a bulldog energy to everything she does. We were talking a while back, and she says, I'm stubborn. I said, well, I'm not going to say you're stubborn. I'm going to try to use a college word and say tenacious. But I think stubborn is probably more applicable. A former city manager told me that he never won an argument with Jeanette Walden. And I am not surprised.
I know who that
He said, when she came in the door, he'd say, what do you want, Miss Walden? Just tell me what you want. We don't have to argue about it, don't have to do it. Just tell me what you want. He'll do it. I actually had two former city managers tell me that. And then she had that great saying when she'd call you on the phone. She's called all of us. But I'll tell you one thing. And it generally wasn't one thing. It was a whole bunch of things. But I just got her started. I remember when we had fussed. We used to fuss on city council. Y'all don't do that now.
We still do.
Still do. We'd fuss. She'd call me up, say, come pick me up. We need to go for a ride. Yes, ma'am. If it wasn't a bad argument, 5, 10, 15 miles. If it was a sure enough bad argument, we'd drive to Augusta and back. And you know that's happened, Jeanette Walden. Is that me?
How many meetings have you been in?
No, you go ahead.
I'm technologically ignorant. Y'all don't know about by now. But let me say, I know I'm over time. Both of these people prepared. And that's the thing about city government. Y'all, there's some new people out here tonight fixing to join this government. Prepare. Prepare, prepare, prepare. Mm-hmm. These two people love this city. I know they do. You wouldn't put up the stuff you had to put up with up here if you didn't love the city. Mm-hmm. And they serve their constituents, like all of you do. But they've been doing it for a quarter of a century or more. That's a long time, sports fans. It really is, a quarter of a century. Just sit there in your mind and take 25 years off the life that you've got right now and see how old you were when you started. Mm-hmm. Or in Miss Walden's case, 28 years. They listened to their constituents in the grocery stores, in Walmart. They returned or answered returned phone calls or answered the telephone. That's public service in a place where this is the best government there is, because it is absolutely, like county commissioners, the closest to the people. Absolutely the best government there is, because you can't hide. Yes, I was up there in Atlanta for a little bit, and you could hide up there if you wanted to. Didn't, but you could. I learned that up there. Learned you could hide. Learned places to hide. But you can't hide locally. You can't hide. You got to go to church. You got to go to the grocery store. You got to come to a city council meeting. This city is losing a wealth of experience. Think about it, folks. There's going to be a whole lot of new faces up there come the first meeting of the year. Two of them sitting here with us tonight. Thank y'all for coming. And I'll close with this. I know these people love this city. I know they've represented this city. I know they'll continue to do their part for the city when asked. They're not going to get in the way. It's somebody else's job now. God bless y'all for your service, and I mean that. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you all for those public comments, and as long as we've been doing the public comments, it's the first time that anyone has said nice things. Most of the time, they were not very nice.
Critical.
Critical, but not nice. So now we'll move on into the meeting part. You all have received a copy of the November 18th, 2025 council meeting minutes. Are there any corrections that need to be made? Okay, hearing none, the chair will entertain a motion to adopt the minutes.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. I'll ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Mr. Chambers,
Aye.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Mapp,
Aye.
Mrs. Walden,
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds,
Aye.
Ms. Shinholster.
Aye. Okay, the minutes are adopted. Next on the agenda are the mayor's comments, and I don't really have any comments in her absence. I will say that I did get an opportunity to speak to the mayor today, and she's looking forward to coming home. She doesn't know when she's going to be able to come home, but she thanks everybody for their prayers, and we're going to continue to pray for her and wish her speedy recovery. That having been said, this evening we have a presentation on tonight's agenda. At this time, I will recognize Visit Milledgeville Executive Director Rebecca Snyder for her to make a presentation and a CVB update.
Thank you all so much for having me. Merry Christmas.
Merry
It's hard to
Christmas.
believe it's already been a year.
Truly.
Thank you all for the opportunity to come before you to discuss our annual review. And we'll just jump right in. So I know those of you on council know this, but for those that are in the audience this evening, since the 1980s, we have been serving the city of Milledgeville in partnership as their destination marketing organization. So we own a contract with the city of Milledgeville each year to spend the legal allocation as determined by state legislators for hotel motel tax funds. So the money that we spend is money that is for the marketing and promotion of Milledgeville as a tourism destination. Got a little click happy. There we go. I am proud to report that for 2024, tourism generated $86.5 million for the state, or excuse me, for Baldwin County. For the state of Georgia, this was a record-breaking year. It was a record-breaking year for Baldwin County as well. We employ 904 people within Baldwin County that are in the hospitality industry. And just looking at what that payroll is, it's $21 million within our community, all generated by tourism. And the great news is that I think we're on a path of even more growth within the next 3 to 5 years. Just taking a quick look, I joined the team in 2018, and taking a look at what has happened with our occupancy tax revenue trend between 2018 and 2024, we have had phenomenal growth over the last 7.5 years. I'm really proud to report that we are stronger and more successful than ever before. And we see that this year, while we have not quite closed the year yet, we are again on a forward path. We're excited about what the future holds, and so many of you have been instrumental in helping to support these projects and talking to us about the need that we see in the industry. We are anticipating 200 plus new hotel room nights to hit our market within the next 3 to 5 years. We know that a Home 2 Suites is currently under construction in front of Fouts Brothers, and that will add 100 more hotel rooms to our market. And then, of course, earlier in the year, we had a group that came before us and presented the downtown hotel opportunity. So we're really excited to see what the forward expansion and growth looks like in the hospitality space. And our team is getting ready, but we'll talk more about that. We've also had some exciting hospitality product growth. The county has really joined in and looking at the water park, looking at the excellent pickleball facilities. We've seen some downtown development growth. All things are pointing in a positive, bright direction for us being able to bring and lure more tourists than ever before. So we all know I can talk way longer than 3 minutes. So we're going to try to keep it brief and talk about our top 10 moments in 2025 that we can share with you. One, we started the year in a really sweet spot. Our office not only handles tourism, but we also are the camera-ready liaison for all of Baldwin County. And we were delighted to be able to welcome Hallmark to film and record in our community a new small town setup series. It launched in January of this year on Hallmark Plus as a streaming television series. And this was a win, I think, in terms of something that was family friendly, that built positive momentum for our community. This was a great thing for us. We had great collaboration from Georgia College, Georgia Military College, the Allied Arts family, a plethora of downtown businesses. So we were really delighted to see that something positive happened in the film space for this community. And I'm excited to share with you that we actually are in talks for a television series again now. Can't share what it is or who it's through, but we are looking forward to a scout visit in January. We also celebrated our office's very first conference collaboration. We partnered with Georgia College and State University to welcome the Georgia Association of Museums. And this was our first time really managing a project like this. We learned a lot of lessons, some good, some future opportunity. With this, though, this conference impacted our local economy by bringing more than $52,000 into our market space. We know when we look at what that meant for specifically the city of Milledgeville, it generated nearly $3,000 in occupancy tax, and it generated $2,500 in sales tax. Our office offers a grant program associated with hotel nights. So if you have more than 35 hotel nights in the community, we will give you something to help offset your activity within the community. We gave this particular conference $3,000. The max that we give anyone is about $3,500. And we see here the return on investment for every dollar we gave them, $17 returned to Milledgeville. So I say this to show you the money that you partner with our organization for, we are very intentional in the way that we invest that to make sure that there is a return on that investment and that the dollars that we spend are generating even more dollars into our business economy. We also were thrilled to be able to have a series of media spotlights and showcases. We partnered pretty extensively with Georgia College and State University this year as it marked a large anniversary for Flannery O'Connor. And with that, we traveled to Atlanta, we traveled to Nashville, pitching media stories. And man, we had a fantastic year. We spent $15,000 on media in the last year, and in that we earned $4 million worth of articles. So for every $1 we invested, it returned $267 of positive media exposure for Milledgeville. You can see here we had some really heavy hitters: the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Southern Living, MSN, and Smithsonian Magazine. It was a really fantastic year, and we are really blessed with some young talent in our office that managed this really well. We also worked on social influencer partnerships. So this year we partnered with 3 different social collaborators, And one was from Atlanta. One actually, I don't know if any of you know Dr. Hodges. He is a veterinarian in Warner Robins. He owns a second home on Lake Sinclair, and he has a television series called Critter Fixer, which is on National Geographic on Disney Plus. We partnered with him for local media exposure to reach a more regional audience, and then we partnered with our final collaborator, who was out of North Carolina. In all, their content received 80,000 views, which just boosted our brand visibility and exposed us to new audiences that might not know to travel to Milledgeville. We also expanded our leisure advertising campaign. So last year we launched a new campaign, and I'm just reminding you of what that looked like. We did targeted print advertising, which reached more than 450,000 people. And this just shows you some of the places that we were. So you can see here we are in Georgia. We also invest significantly in Savannah and Florida, multiple markets in Florida, as well as the Southeast. These are the areas that we see our travelers coming from, and it's mimicked by what the state of Georgia says they see as their travel audience. So again, just encouraging people to keep coming here. Now, just taking a quick moment to talk about the hotel room trajectory over the next 3 to 5 years. We've talked a lot with our local lodging partners to understand what their need is right now. And one of the things that they shared with us was that they really need to see increased revenue when it comes to weekends. So we know 2 of the things that motivate weekend business outside of leisure visitation are going to be the wedding industry as well as sports. So I'm going to talk to you for a second about the wedding industry. So this year we collaborated with all of the wedding venues in Milledgeville to offer, to create a free wedding guide for Milledgeville. So this came at no charge to anyone. Our office absorbed the cost of this. And then we went on a wedding trade show circuit where we took this to Cobb County. We took this to the city of Atlanta to reach out to prospective brides. You see here, we also conned Walter and Emily into giving us some photo rights from their wedding so we could talk about the way that we could leverage the rental spaces here. Our goal in this is to try to encourage more people to bring destination style weddings here so that they bring visitors who need to stay the weekend. And we saw that this effort's pretty successful. And in fact, in January, we will launch in partnership with the Chamber our first ever bridal showcase. Uh-oh, I think I somehow deleted one. Okay, so one of the other initiatives that we launched this year was really focusing on sports, understanding that that was going to be another opportunity area when it came to weekends. So we partnered and hired a consultant who's worked in the sports industry for more than 30 years to help us talk about what venue opportunities were and understanding our venue landscape. We all probably understand that, Walter B. Williams softball fields or baseball fields are sports venues. But what this really opened our eyes to were some untapped opportunities. I had never thought to look at the New Day USA Center of Leadership as an opportunity for something like cheer or a dance competition. We learned that the river was a great opportunity in the past for something like Paddle Georgia, but also we could work with kayak fishing teams to bring them in for something that was low impact. So the consultant really helped us understand where our venues currently stand, where we rank in the state, where we rank in the Southeast, and how we can leverage business to really grow our sports footprint. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble clicking too hard. Okay, here we go. So one of the other exciting things that came out of this was that we realized we were going to have an enhanced venue landscape over the next couple of years. With the county investing in pickleball, the water park, and the golf course, we also know that Georgia Military College is looking at making some major investment in Davenport Field, as well as Georgia College making investment in the John Kurtz Field. So as we look at all of this, we really realize there's a lot of opportunity, and it's figuring out what makes the most sense for us economically. So in order to get in the game, we really looked at who our existing sports business is. In 2025, we welcomed more than 10,000 visitors for sports-related activities alone. You can see a collection of things here, everything from baseball to fishing to cycling. But we actually partnered and hired an events recruiter out of Florida who works with destinations like Jacksonville, Asheville, and some smaller destinations as well, but to help us actively sell Milledgeville to events rights holders. And one of the things that we know that we're gaining from this is their relationship in the sports space. I'm not a sports girly. I'm more like a glitter girly. So we are welcoming all the help here when it comes to understanding the sports space and what our wins can be. But here's just a quick snapshot of why we're investing in this. We've had a long relationship at this point with the Georgia Cycling Association, but several years ago, they were considering leaving Milledgeville and relocating outside of the Athens area. And we recognized we needed to do something to stop that. And one of the reasons they were looking at relocating was because they were having to pay to mow some grass, and it was costing them a couple $1,000s. So every year they bring 1,200 students. They bring about 4,000 spectators. And we said, well, we will just pay to cut your grass bill. Please don't leave because we know you're impactful to our economy. And at that time, it really generated an opportunity for us to create this grant program that we have. So we give them $3,500 each year to come, and their estimated economic impact is more than $125,000 into our community. So for every $1 we invested with them, $36 returned to our community. So you can see here, we really are trying to gift people back what they're creating in occupancy tax generation. We're giving them a grant and giving them the money that they're going to generate that comes to our office to be able to create a larger economic impact for our community as a whole. And I'm proud to say they've been coming here every year since then. And I think we have, thankfully, that business locked down for a good long while. We're also excited to be able to tell you that we are focusing on creating sustainable workforce. One of the things that we know as we anticipate more hotel rooms is we know that our workforce needs are going to grow. And as we look at that, we recognize that we really need to be in a position where we are ready. And we are so grateful that Georgia Military College has stepped forward to help us reach this initiative. They are launching a brand new hospitality and tourism management program. Our office has committed $30,000 to them, $10,000 a year for 3 years. Do not worry, this is not coming from your money. That would not be legal for us to give them. This is coming from the money we generate from the trolley. So this is one way to show, we are being stewards of the revenue that we have, and we're generating more revenue so that we can then gift it back into things that are positively impacting our space. And this has been so successful. In fact, Georgia College and State University has reached out to us now about forming their own certificate program, which we think would also be wonderful and reach a different workforce that's going to be spread more statewide. So we have great plans for the future for workforce. And then finally, one of the things that we've committed to is really making sure that travel to Milledgeville feels inclusive, it feels accessible. Last year, you all know that we worked really hard and set aside a lot of money to create an ADA ramp that was compliant for our building. This year's initiative is around color vision deficiency, and we have partnered with a glassware company called Enchroma to offer color vision glasses at key attractions in our community. These help visitors see color the way that those of us who do not have color vision deficiency see color on a daily basis. And we're really excited about this. More than 800,000 people in the state of Georgia are colorblind, and it's predominantly men. And I am going to close out by showing you the video that our team created. This gentleman and his grandson live here in Milledgeville. They are both color blind, and this video shows them trying the glassware together for the first time. Thank you, Melba.
For millions of Americans, the world isn't quite the vibrant place we see. Color vision deficiency impacts nearly 13 million people in the U.S. alone. That's why this Christmas, Visit Milledgeville is partnering with Enchroma to give a truly unforgettable gift. Milledgeville in full color. We've collaborated with 5 of our most historic and beautiful local attractions, from Georgia's Old Governor's Mansion to Lockerly Arboretum, to install Enchroma viewing glasses right on site. Now, visitors with CPD can experience the deep reds, brilliant greens, and stunning holiday colors of our historic architecture and natural beauty. Many for the very first time.
So cool.
So cool. Does it make the colors look more vibrant?
Everything is really vibrant. The greens pop a lot more, the red pops a lot more.
See the blue on it?
Yeah, it's like an ornament.
It is a big ornament, that's what it is.
Everything goes to this very clean white and clean red and clean green, and it just looks like a Hallmark movie, honestly.
So interesting.
Do you like the colors?
Yeah, I feel like a normal person. Like, I'm not colorblind.
Well, it's not going to make a big difference in my life. I can see it making a huge difference in his life.
Give the gift of sight and wonder this season. This December, see Milledgeville like never before.
Are you my best buddy?
Thank you all for your partnership for another year. We are truly excited about all that 2026 holds. We feel like 25 was a great year, but we're excited about the forward momentum. And just a final note to thank those of you whose final month it is. We appreciate all that you have done for our community. Jeanette, there will always be an ornament with your name on it at our office. So you just come on by, come see us. Walter, I have your cell phone number, and yes, there will be more voiceover work. And Steve, now that I know that you and Teresa take such lovely photos, you better not send my calls to voicemail. Oh, thank you all. We appreciate it, and we look forward to continued partnership.
Thank you, Rebecca. Great job, too. Thank you for a job well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, that's so pretty.
We hadn't got one in this fall. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you. Oh, I do. I know you got one.
Thank you.
Oh, that's pretty.
I got one tree, it's nothing but seed.
That's exactly what I did. And then I take them out individually and put them back in the box.
I do too. I also got an angel.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, how nice.
Thank you. I guess I need my mother used to use that. It is. Thank you. At this time, we'll move to the city manager's report, and I will recognize Ms. Hilson Butts. I get to it. I don't see anything.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I would personally like to take this opportunity to thank each and every person on this council, every city council person represented here, and the mayor in her absence, for having faith and trust in me to perform this job for you all. I don't take this designation lightly. I know I fought it. But my goal is to do the very best job that I can for the citizens and for you all here in the city of Milledgeville. With that being said, I don't think we have very many things I don't have very many things to discuss tonight. There will be 3 new ordinances that will come to you all for a first read. And we will have 2 resolutions also. I don't have anything else to add to this, so my report is short and sweet.
Okay, and I didn't see any Georgia College students, so that's why I skipped over that part. But if there's anyone here, just gazing at the audience, I don't see any students. But if there's anyone here that wants to be recognized, let me know. So we don't have any old business for tonight, so we can now consider new business, which is part of the agenda. And I will ask the clerk to read 0251219 by caption as a first read.
Ordinance O-2512-19, conduct the first read of an ordinance amending the charter to accept approximately 32.173 acres of land in the incorporated limits of the city of Milledgeville with a zoning of heavy industrial. The property is located at 76 West Highway 22, Baldwin County, tax map 052, parcel 036, and is presently owned by Daniel H. Kelly.
Okay. This is the first read of this ordinance, and I'm referring it to the Planning and Zoning Commission. Next, I'll ask the clerk to read ordinance O-2512-20 by caption.
Ordinance O-2512-20, first read of an ordinance amending the Land Development Code to allow for special use located at 195 Robertson Mill Road. This property is currently owned by Eric J. Walter and Carla A. Walter. Family Revocable Trust and is zoned CC, Community Commercial. The applicant desires a special use for a used car sales lot.
This is the first read of this ordinance, and I'm referring it to the Planning and Zoning Commission. I'll ask the clerk to read ordinance O-2512-21 by caption.
Ordinance O-2512-21 to conduct a first read of an ordinance amending the Land Development Code to allow for rezoning of property located at 261 Mobley Road to allow for an automotive repair shop and embroidery business. The property is owned by Elizabeth Martin. Applicant wishes to have property rezoned from OI Office and Institutional to CC Community Commercial.
Okay, this is the first read of this ordinance, and I'm referring it to the Planning and Zoning Commission. So moving forward, I'll ask the clerk to read Resolution R-2512-55 by caption.
Resolution R-2512-55, a resolution to authorize a lighting service agreement with Georgia Power Company to upgrade 22 existing LED roadway lights on Industrial Park Drive.
Okay, you've heard the resolution. Is there a motion to adopt?
Motion to adopt. Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Mr. Chambers,
Aye.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Mapp,
Aye.
Mrs. Walden,
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds,
Aye.
Ms. Shinholster.
Aye. This evening, council will consider the fourth batch of 2025 alcohol license renewals in accordance with the voting process established in 2023. The individual applications are listed in the attachment to the resolution. I'll ask the clerk to read Resolution R-2512-56 by caption.
Resolution R-2512-56, a resolution to approve the alcohol license renewal applications as set forth on the attached Exhibit A for the calendar year 2026.
Okay, you've heard the resolution. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
Mr. Chambers,
Aye.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Mapp,
Aye.
Mrs. Walden,
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds,
Aye.
Ms. Shinholster.
Aye. Okay. The motion is carried. The final item on the agenda is to make one appointment and 3 reappointments tonight. So the first one is to nominate Chelsea Brantley for appointment to the library board, and you do have her resume that was submitted. Is there a motion to confirm this nomination?
Motion to confirm.
Second.
Is there any discussion? I'll ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Mr. Chambers,
Aye.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Mapp,
Aye.
Mrs. Walden,
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds.
Aye.
Ms. Shanholster.
Aye. Okay, second, I'm nominating Dr. Norris Price to be reappointed to the Development Authority Board. Is there a motion to confirm this nomination?
Motion to confirm.
Second.
Are there any discussion? I'll ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Mr. Chambers,
Aye.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Mapp,
Aye.
Mrs. Walden,
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds,
Aye.
Ms. Shanholster.
Aye. Okay. I'm nominating Gregory Barnes to be reappointed to the Convention and Visitors Bureau Board. Is there a motion to confirm this nomination?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Mr. Chambers,
Aye.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Mapp,
Aye.
Mrs. Walden,
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds,
Aye.
Ms. Shanholster.
Aye. Lastly, this nomination is for Mr. Randy Clark to be reappointed to the Milledgeville Housing Authority Board. There is no need for a motion to confirm that nomination. Is there a need to go, before we go into closed session, we want to take a moment because we may be back there for a little while, so let's take a moment and ask for comments from the, we're going to start with Ms. Walden.
First of all, I want to say thank you to the constituents, District 2, for flowers, and I appreciate it so much. It means a lot. And this one right here is very special. It is from my 5 great-grandchildren.
Oh, wow. How about that?
Forever. I'd like to say, my husband is here tonight, and it took a special effort for him to be here. And we have been married for 62 years, and he is one of my greatest blessings. And then my 2 children are here, and we had to invite his immediate family, but I have 4 grandchildren and 5 great-grandchildren, and I hope they keep coming, because I'd like to have more. I said I wasn't going to be emotional, but I read a book that the church would give us, and it was called The Four Quarters of Your Life. And I realized when I read that book, on Saturday, I turned 80 years old.
Amen.
And I realized I'm in my last quarter, me and my husband. And I thought about it and how God has blessed me. I have had a husband that has been nothing but supportive and wonderful to me. I have 2 children that have never given me or him a minute's worth of trouble. They've always been good. So me and him did something right. And I have a daughter-in-law that is as good to me as I could ask. And I have my 4 grandchildren who have all turned out to be wonderful. And I know that blessing had to come from God. Yes. And I pray every night for them. And I want you to know that I have my 5 great-grandchildren, and I'm very appreciative, because in that book it said, after you turn 80, every day after that is called a bonus day. So I want you all to know, as I leave, every day is going to be a bonus day for me. And I want to say that as I retire from 28 years of service as a councilwoman, from the city of Milledgeville, I wanted to take a moment to share my heartfelt appreciation with all of you. Over the years, your support, your trust, and your willingness to work together have meant more to me than words can fully express. We have accomplished so much as a team, strengthening our neighborhoods, uplifting our citizens, and continuing to build the brightest future for Milledgeville. Serving this community has truly been an honor. I am grateful for every conversation, every debate, and yes, every one of those long executive sessions, of which I hope you all won't miss me too much. And I know that Jimmy Jordan did not come tonight because I give him a real hard time. Actually, he's not here because he was having to work, but we have had some long ones. Thank you again for the trust, the laugh, and the privilege of serving this wonderful city. Milledgeville has always had a special place in my heart, and it will always have a special place. And I thank all of you. And I love this community. I really do. And I said I wasn't going to cry. But farewell to everybody.
Mr. Reynolds is a tough act to follow.
Well, first I'll have to say, Denise, it is far more often that I am accused of giving speeches than invited to give a speech, so I thank you even for that. I will keep my comments brief. While Steve and Jeanette are certainly using this as a grand exit, as their retirement from politics and public service, I don't think that this will be the final curtain for myself. I have really enjoyed these last 12 years serving with each of you, and I appreciate the faith and the trust that the public has put in me to fill this role that I have. And I am really excited about the next chapter more than anything. I think that there is always more that we could be doing, and I think that one of the greatest things that we could focus on moving forward is a greater sense of collaboration between all the different leaders in this community. We will do far much more together than we will by remaining at a distance. And in closing, I do want to say that it was very thoughtful, very considerate, and much a surprise that you all planned such a wonderful farewell party for us. I'm even more surprised that we were invited. So thank you all so much for that. I look forward to seeing you all in the next year. Thank you.
Senior Chambers.
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't know leaving was an option.
You think it was the senior?
We were wondering if you had to go in executive session for this.
You know, there's no way I'm gonna be anywhere for a quarter of a century and just walk out that door. My name is Steve Chambers. I live at 103 East Longino Drive in Milledgeville, Georgia, 31061. My other residence for the past 25 years has been City Hall. I've counted my meetings down. I've ribbed every one of you that are staying. And now I'm at ground zero.
Maybe.
I feel a feeling of release that I felt earlier today And it was like taking a deep breath. And it was a good feeling. I get in here with you, and I don't want to do anything but hug and cry and carry on. Because I'm going to miss the camaraderie. Even though we don't always agree, we get along very well.
Yes.
There's a couple of things that I want to leave you with in your mind, and this is specifically for Kalinda and Denise and Shania. Get going on the water and sewage treatment plant. Get it done. Get it started this next year. We've done a lot to get to the point, but we've got to push it forward. Make it your priority. It needs to be for this community. Think about a new police department building.
Oh, yeah.
Think about it. We need to look at that for some time in the future, whether it's just going to have to be through SPLOST. The next SPLOST will be here before you know it. One of my pets has become the roundabout at Dunlap and Jefferson. There was a wreck there last night. We need to get that done. Please try to push that forward. We've got some money. I'll show you where it is.
All right, Melba.
I'm going to tell you one thing. During this time that I've been here, there was one person that I argued with, that I loved, that I'd known since I was 8 years old, that left us. And he Boo Mullins is terribly missed.
Yes.
But Shania Mapp filled that vacancy, and she is a breath of fresh air. Crazy about your girl, you're my partner over there. Walter, thank you. Thank you for fresh ideas. Thank you for believing in what you talk about, even when the rest of us don't. It's been a good almost decade and a half. I've enjoyed serving with you. Linda, Denise, Jeanette. Everybody else calls you Miss Walden. You're Jeanette to me, baby.
I'm Jeanette.
We have grown so much. We have learned to listen and then to speak. And it makes such a difference. If I can say anything to the new members coming in, it's to do that, to listen. Everybody has ideas. Most of us have good ideas. Most of us are willing to listen. Don't get in such a hurry where you forget to do that. And as long as you listen to each other, everything will be good. You've got a lot to do that is coming up in the next year. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to make sure that you keep moving things forward, whether it's just with a phone call sitting out here, whatever. First time I ever got involved with this community, I was on the first ever tourism committee with the Chamber of Commerce. It was 3 of us. We didn't even know what we were doing. I was the youngest by far. I sure didn't know what I was doing. My dad kind of kicked me in the rear and put me on that committee. Thank you. But it fostered something in me that I realized that if you want something out of anything, you have to put forth an effort. When I first got elected, I'd never been to a city council meeting. I walked in, and in my first meeting, the mayor, Jimmy Ball, then appointed me finance chairman. Oh my God. I finally got a copy of the budget, and I looked at it, studied it, and I announced at our next meeting that I could save us $100,000. Back then, that was pretty good money. I got reprimanded because it wasn't my budget.
It wasn't your budget.
It was the mayor's budget. And that's the way things were back then.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I learned maybe this is the way you do things. I wish Ken were still here because he got me in more trouble. Ken was a renegade. He was young. He wanted to change things. And when he saw me come in, he said, "Oh, there's my partner." And we stayed in trouble. But we pushed the envelope. And that's what you got to do sometimes. You got to push it. I would be very remiss if I did not recognize oh, that one person is there every time I'd come in mad because Denise hollered at me.
Now, we know better than that.
Every time I would look down and my phone's ringing and it's Jeanette.
And you kept trying to go. I gotta go.
Well, after 45 minutes, you feel like it. What else can you say?
A whole lot, can't you?
I'm just glad I never got into the riding around in the car part. But seriously, Teresa has always been there for me. She's here tonight because this is our last meeting, and this is the first one I've allowed her to come to. Because if there's anybody that is more hard-headed than me, it is her. And she lets me know when I need to listen.
Okay.
And quit being hard-headed. And that's the good part of me, is her. I'm sorry I've taken more than 3 minutes. But this has in some ways been a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
I love all of you. All of you. All of you. We go way back. We go way back. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chambers, for those wonderful memories. Is there a need to go into closed session this evening? Okay. So, my understanding is that we have a need to go into closed session this evening for the purposes of a personnel, potential litigation, and a real estate matter. So y'all see what Jeanette was talking about, those long meetings. So do I hear a motion?
I make a motion that we go into executive session.
Second. Okay, we have a motion and second, so I'll ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
Dr. Lee.
Aye.
Ms. Mapp.
Aye.
Mrs. Walden.
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds.
Aye.
Ms. Shanholster.
Aye. We'll now move into closed session. Okay. So where we are. Okay, I call the meeting back to order and ask the clerk to call the roll.
Mr. Chambers,
Here?
Dr. Lee,
Here.
Ms. Mapp,
Here.
Mrs. Walden,
Here.
Mr. Reynolds,
Here.
Ms. Shanholster.
Here. Okay, so we have one item on the agenda. That's the,
Right, you
Need to amend the agenda.
first of all, okay. May I have a motion to amend the agenda?
Make a motion, we amend the agenda. Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Chambers,
We need
Need
to
to
amend the agenda
specify
to include
That's
a
it.
real estate.
A real estate
Transaction.
transaction. Okay, so you want to say your motion over?
Make a motion, we amend the agenda for real estate
Transaction.
Yeah, for, to,
transaction.
basically, the motion needs to say that you entertain, sales contract for a real estate transaction.
Sales contract for real estate transaction. Second.
And all that, Courtney, how many times you read it?
entertain a sales contract for a real estate. Matter.
Okay.
You got it.
The motion has been made and second to entertain a sales contract for a real estate transaction. I'll ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Mr. Chambers,
Aye.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Mapp,
Aye.
Mrs. Walden,
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds,
Aye.
Ms. Shanholster.
Aye. So, is there anything else that we need to do, Mr.?
Right.
We've amended the
Now we got to
agenda.
need to-
Now,
Right.
Okay.
Motion, authorizing, generally it's the
Yeah.
mayor, but I don't know
I'll do that.
who be
Okay.
authorized to this,
To sign.
to sign this contract for
Well,
this real estate
Okay.
transaction.
The way the charter reads is that you still say the mayor,
we
but.
have to say the mayor.
Yeah, the mayor
In
pro
her
tem,
absence,
in
Mayor
the
pro
absence
tem
of the
may.
mayor signs any contract.
Right.
So I guess, for the record, do we need to announce the terms? I assume that the city is what they're buying,
Right,
Yep.
right.
the amount. Is the clerk gonna do that, or you want me to do it?
Well, there's nothing that she has by caption to read. You don't have anything. So you would have to,
Well, this is ultimately, this council will be authorizing, a real estate transaction for, the city to sell to the Convention and Bureau, that building, for $500,000.
I would make a motion that the city accept the purchase and sale agreement offer provided by the Convention and Visitors Bureau for the city to convey all of that certain land or parcel of land together with the permanent improvements located thereon and connected therewith, situate, living, and being in the city of Milledgeville, Georgia, and being known as 200 West Hancock Street, Milledgeville, Georgia, for the sum of $500,000.
He read it.
And I'll second.
drop the mic. Is there any discussion?
Can't be.
Second is what we need.
She seconded
Seconded it? Okay, all right. Lost it in the shuffle.
Clerk, please call the roll, because that's so Walter.
Mr. Chambers? Mr. Chambers?
Aye.
Dr. Lee?
Aye.
Ms. Mapp? Mrs. Walden?
Aye.
Mr. Reynolds?
Aye.
Ms. Shanholster.
Aye.
Good luck when y'all need someone to make complicated, motions in the
Absolutely.
future.
We're gonna-
Somebody study up on your Robert's rules.
Just answer the phone, and then we'll get you to do it. This concludes the items on the agenda. Does anyone on council, no, I'm not gonna even ask that. If anybody else has it, no. Does anyone on council have any comments?
I do.
Okay.
I don't even know why I say I do.
Yes, you do.
You know, I love you guys. I do. Even though we don't see the eye to eye with everything, but that's just a human thing.
Mhm.
I miss you.
I miss you too.
I mean that.
Yep.
But I do understand. We move on. We have to take care of family. And we have to have some me time and do some things that you want to do.
And it is so selfish of me not wanting you to do that. But I do understand. You all will be missed, and I love you guys.
Love you too.
I'm just going to ditto what she said. Because I think I have been with you and Steve a long time.
20 straight years.
A long time. I'm telling you, all of your 28 years. I've been with you, not on council, but here, and all of your 25 years. So that's like you said, that's a quarter of a century, and those things are not taken lightly. We've been through a lot, we've seen a lot, we've laughed a lot, we've been mad with each other.
We've cried a lot.
We've cried a lot. We have been very angry with each other and wouldn't even talk sometimes, but that's okay. We ended up talking and working our way through the process. So I want to thank you all personally for your service. Thank you for being my friend, and thank you for being my family. So we spend a lot of time together, so we're like family to each other, and I'm certainly going to miss all of y'all.
Thank you.
Even Waldron, his 12 years.
One final word I'm going to leave you with all my wisdom. The three of you, be patient. You got a lot of teaching to do, and you've got some relationships to build. It's going to take a little time. Just be patient.
And there was something that you said, and I'm glad you said that. I do want to share this, and I hope, Billy, I hope you'll print it. For the citizens of Milledgeville who are worried about these three people coming off of council and wondering what in the world the city's going to be like, we can't do anything without the citizens. We value your input. You are our eyes and ears to the community. And we still need you to be just as involved with city government as you were before. And we want you to know that we need you to help us out just as much as we want to help you. So we want you all to understand that this is not just us and versus the city. It is us and the city that needs to move forward for the next however many years that we're here. Thank you. Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
Who was the first motion?
Give it to Jeanette, I'll take it.
Jeanette.
You can give it to both of them, and I'll second it.
Mr. Chambers,
Oh, man.
For the last time, aye.
Dr. Lee, Ms. Mapp, Mrs. Walden,
And it's not gonna be our last time, because we're gonna have a meeting on the 17th.
Mr. Reynolds, Ms. Shanholster.
Aye.